Lesson 14.5 is evaluating logarithms using this change of base formula. They'll be called level 3 on Delta Math. Some logs are not as easy to evaluate, so they're not as easy to figure out what power the base is taken to. So you can use what's called change of base formula for all logs. So any problem you're stuck on, this will work, and you just do it on your calculator. It's called change of base because we've learned that sometimes this base is a different number in our logs, which is referring to the base and the exponent. Changing the base, we're going to use the base 10 because there's a button for it. So if you look at your calculator, log button is right here under the x squared, right next to the number 7. So we'll use that button. I'm going to zoom out here. So change the base formula, it's not really even a formula. It's just having a log, and to find what it equals, you're taking log of A divided by log of B. The way I always remember it is see how A is really above the base, so I can think in my head that this is first and then log of B. All right, so number 1, it says log of 25, log base 25 of 5 equals what? You could figure this out in your head, but let's say you didn't want to. I could rewrite this as log of 5 divided by log of 25. Just every time this will work. So then what you do is you hit log, and it'll pull up a parentheses, close your parentheses after you're done with the number, divided by log of 25, close parentheses. It's 0.5, which is a half. The reason it's a half is because if I were to rewrite this, this is 25 as my base, to what power would get 5? The only way I can go from a bigger base to a smaller number is by square rooting, cube rooting, fourth rooting, and that's going to be a fractional exponent. So that would be 25 to the 1/2 power, which means actually you're square rooting 25 to make 5. So that's why it's this, or you could have a decimal. All right, number 2, a little trickier because I can't see that pattern as clearly, so I'm just going to do change of base. Log of 81 gets divided by log of 243. Put the number in, divide, and it's 0.8. You could do that, or you could turn it into a fraction. That would be 4/5. And the reason it's 4/5 is because to get 243 to become 81, you must be having to, oh, right, it is radical here. You must be having to 5th root it and then take that to the 4th power, which I could check real quick. Remember, you put in the number first and then go second, oh, not second, math, down to number 5. So 5th root of 243 is 3. 3 to the 4th power is 81. But I would not have been able to do that very quick without just knowing the change of base formula. All right, and the number 3. So we've got still 32 getting to a smaller number. You know it's going to have to be some kind of decimal, but let's just do change of base. You could do log of a half, or you could do log of 0.5 divided by log of 32. And that should be negative 2/10, which is simplifying to negative 1/5. Negative, remember, means that it had to get flipped, so that's why the 2 is in the denominator of the fraction. All right, and then last one, log of 1/4, or you could do 0.25 if you wanted, divided by log of 128. I'm going to go math, enter. Negative 2/7. On that one, you don't want the decimal because that is not a nice number. So you definitely want to turn it into a fraction so that you have the exact value of the power.